welcome back to Alan's Allotment. It's Sunday the 7th, no, Sunday the 6th of August 2023. I just arrived up at the allotment and I had a horrible feeling that someone was going to be helping themselves to my sand and gravel. But I'm pleased to say it's still there. And there it is. Never mind, maybe it's just my thought processor. Right, so it's now 9 AM. I came up here at about 7:30, I think it was. Yeah. Just had a quick look around the polytunnels. I've topped all the corn bins up in the chicken shed, ready for through the week. Filled all that up. So that all it was a bit time consuming in itself and heavy work. But we've got that done. Now then, today we're going to have a little bit of a mix-up. I was lying in bed last night and I thought, well, yeah, I could just cover that bed over now and put it to bed for winter. And then I thought, alright, we're only in the beginning of August. Tell you what, for the hell of it, let's plant something in it. So today I'm going to be sowing some more seeds direct in that bed. Now, I don't know whether we'll get anything out of it or not, but you won't know if you don't try. And if we get anything at all, it'll be a bonus, won't it, for the price of a few seeds. It's all done. Let's put it to the test and see how it does. Now, I'm aware it's late in the year, the weather's not with us, wet as July on record, and especially up here. I mean, this place gets waterlogged to start with, but let's give it a go. What the hell? We've got nothing to lose, have we? Except a couple of packets of seeds. So we're going to, excuse me, so I'm going to plant some seeds direct in the bed. Stuff that I think we might get a little harvest out of before the end of the year. Weather dependent. And if we don't, well, it's no big deal. We'll pull them up and put them in a compost heap. But it's worth a try, isn't it? Right. I'm going to shut up babbling and finish my coffee, and then I'll bring you along and show you what we're going to do. Right, I'm armed and dangerous. I'll show you what these milk bottles are for very shortly. So basically what I've done now is I raked this level, and then I put a sleeper on and I've walked up the length of it, and I've now flattened out this bed. Now you can't compress compost, and that just gives it a nice look and finish. But more importantly, when I put my lines in for the seedlings, it'll be easier to identify, and that's the reason I've done that. Right, hopefully you'll be able to hear this. I'm not sure whether this microphone's behaving itself today. So what you'll see I've done here now is I've used this 1 inch by 1 inch lat, which gives me 1 inch deep, 1 inch wide, and I just simply put it in there, and well, I've been walking up and down it actually, but I'm just doing the tail ends now at this end. And as you can see, I've now got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows ready for something or other. So the first thing I've got is some bolt hardy beetroot, and actually no, I'm going to put them in there where we'll put a cover on because the amount of rain we're likely to get. So we're going to put things in here that we think might germinate relatively quickly. So I've got some winter radish red meat. Now I did try these in that polytunnel over there, but they weren't a success. They didn't work out. They grew, but if you remember, we were building the polytunnel at the time, and they ended up having to uproot them all. So what I'm going to do is a full row to start off with these red meat winter radish. So I'm trying to, because I know what size these things can grow to, and they still were very, very edible and nice. I'm trying to space these about as far as you would with a turnip, because you can take them young and sweet, but you can also let these get to about the size of a beetroot or even bigger, and they're still very edible and very nice. So I'm trying to thin them out as best I can to get the best possible crop, but I can always thin them out again if I really have to. Right, so basically what we've done is we've got it all planted up now. And I'm just going to cover these, and then I'm going to give them a watering in. So in this row we have golden beetroot, French breakfast radish, snowball turnip, sparkler radish, and red meat, winter radish. All fast growing crops. The snowball turnip down the centre may take a little longer, but you only take those at about that sort of size. So rather than just leave it empty, let's see if we can get something out of it. We should be able to at least get the radish. Right, I'll crack on and get this finished. And there we have it, all watered in. That's another sowing done. Let's see what happens and see if we get anything or what we get. Right, I've just come in the shed, put the kettle on to make a cup of coffee. Burned out again. I haven't videoed it, but what I've done is I've done the other sleeper bed. Yeah, I'm a glutton for punishment. I've done the other sleeper bed, got the sleepers down great level. Now I just need to, I'm only going one high with this one. And then I'm going to put the other second sleepers on while I rotivate it so it doesn't throw the soil everywhere. And dig a bit deeper this time and put the stone and everything in the bottom. And then we're not going to come up a full sleeper obviously, because that's the depth of my bed, but that is 3 times deeper than what the original bed was in there. But we're going to put a sand and gravel base in there, a wheelbarrow or 2, and then we're going to put a wheelbarrow or 2 of the fine gravel, and then we're going to put the compost back with some fish blood and bone, and maybe, depending on, a bit more of the gravel, just to bulk it up if I need to. We'll give you a look at that when I've had a chance to recover, my cup of coffee and a donut. Right, before I start puffing and panting, we'll give you a look at what we've done. So I've ripped out the arch that was down here, and I might shorten that and put it somewhere else. For now it's just up there out of my way. But what I've done is I've done the second sleeper bed. As you can see, we've got all of the compost out onto plastic here. Now we've got less to play with in height, but we've got a good 10 inches, the depth of a sleeper. But I thought even so, by the time I rotivate this and loosen it and fluff it up, and then add the sand and gravel, we're still going to come up quite a fair bit on that. So what I've decided what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to harvest the soil, and we can use it elsewhere, and then put the drain bed in. I need a rest. Can you see me down here? Right, just to give you a bit of a guide. This here, if you can see with my hand, is the bottom of the bed. And that's where we've gone. I'm not sure how well that will look on the camera, but I've gone down possibly 8 inches. And over there, you can see that big mound of soil there that we've got out already. And I've still got about another third of this bed to do. But as you know guys, it's little enough and I have to keep stopping. So, I wondered what the hell can I do with all of that? I'm full of these fantastic brainwaves, not. But we can use that to fill these two up. One day. Right. We've got dug down a good 8-10 inches, maybe a touch more. And we've got all this surplus soil now, not surplus, we will use it. But we've got all that good soil, and now that it's all broken up and loosened up, it's a mixture of clay and soil, and that will be a fine material with a bit of fish blood and bone in it, now that it's all broken up and aerated. And that will be fine material for the beds. I don't know if I'm going to go stupid and take out the existing compost out to put that in and then put it back, or whether I'm just going to use that on top of the compost to make the roots go down for the nutrients. Probably the latter. 5 minutes and then we'll start getting this filled up with gravel, sand and gravel, and get our drainage bed in the bottom. There we have it. We're back up to the bottom of the sleeper. So we've put pretty much, well, about that much back in with the sand and gravel. Now this is probably totally unnecessary, and we've probably got away with just laying gravel on the bottom, 1 inch deep, and then some of the finer sharp sand, and then the compost. And I could have probably even got away with that, but it's done now. And we've got all this compost, all this good soil, and as you can see, we've used a full ton, bar for that little bit there. But I've still got all this sharp sand as well, so that's the next layer. Right, we've reassembled the Johnny 5 and we're almost done. But as you can see, we're a little bit shy on compost this time. No big deal, maybe I just took a bit too much out the bottom, that's all. So what I'm going to do is give myself some extra work. I could leave it like this, but I'm going to give myself some extra work. And I'm going to put the second sleepers up the top, and just as a barricade really, throw 2 or 3 barrelfuls of the fine sharp sand in with this, and then rotivate it in one last time. Right, I threw a couple of barrels of the sharp sand in there and tickled it in with the rotivator, and now I'm just going to level it all out, and we should be somewhere near. And it's really improved that compost as well. We've had a big yellow thing in the sky today. I don't know what that is. I haven't seen that for over a month. And it's made me absolutely kook. But then it actually came on to rain, which I was actually pleased of while I was working in barrowing the gravel. You see now we've levelled all that off, and I'm just in the middle of putting the sleepers away now and tidying the tools away. And then I'm going to do another harvest. And there we have it. Finally all done. I'll sleep tonight, will I just? Oh, me back again. Now I've sat down, I'm feeling it. Oh. But glutton for punishment I am, as you very well know. I decided I would bring that rest of that sharp sand in here, and I've brought it in here and put the gate back now. At least I know now it's in the pen. It's not going to get played around with and tampered with. The slugs obliterated all of the red pak choi. So what I've done is I've uprooted them and I've moved them into here to try and give them a chance in another bed. And the plastic bottles, which was my secret weapon, well, they've blitzed everything in here as well, look. This is all that's left. And they're badly damaged as well, like that. So I'm checking them over to make sure there's no caterpillar on, and then I'm putting a cover over them. We've got a split in each top, as you can see, for and hopefully keep the slugs out. I'm going to harvest some kale and start doing a harvest now. Can anybody tell me what the hell these things are here? There's thousands of them, and I've only seen them. They look like flying ants, or certainly some of them have got wings. Oh wow, what a excuse me, what a weekend. I'll sleep for England. Right, so we've got kale, tomatoes, peas, beans, and all these apples. Right, it's been a long, hard weekend. Productive. Got myself fit, I think. No, I didn't do that. Nearly killed myself twice. Anyways, I've got the jobs done now. I can sleep. And yeah, really fantastic, productive weekend. Hope you enjoyed the journey. As always, wherever you are in the world, please stay safe, be practical, and keep yourselves out of harm's way. Thanks for all your likes, dislikes, comments, subscriptions, suggestions, donations, all the new subscribers that's coming on board, and to all my faithful followers. I really, really, really do appreciate it. Thanks again for watching. And I'll see you again in the next video.